Is it mean to muzzle train your dog? Want to put your nose in there? Oh, good girl. Yeah, oh, a good baby. Look at how much she wants to use her muzzle as a chew toy, to stick her nose in for treats. So the short answer is no, it is not mean to muzzle train your dog. The long answer is I am using positive reinforcement to muzzle train my dog. Yes. Yeah. You're so silly. This is a Baskerville muzzle, and this is the only type of muzzle I'd recommend for any kind of extended use. It's called a basket muzzle, and the brand is Baskerville. As you can see, she's chewed it because she has such a positive association with it that she thinks it's a chew toy, so that's fun. The reason Baskervilles and basket muzzles, like in general, are really good is that they still allow the dog to pant. So there's a bigger hole here where the dog can pant through with their tongue, and they can still drink and take treats when you're training it. Quick note, don't get grooming muzzles for long-term wear. They don't allow the dog to pant and take in water, so they can be really dangerous for long-term wear. Grooming muzzles are really only appropriate for grooming and shouldn't be worn for more than like 15 or 20 minutes or so. And somebody wants to play tug right now. I'm recording a video. We can't play tug. Woof. So there's a couple different reasons to train your dog to wear a muzzle. The most obvious is if your dog is a bite risk. Ginsburg really isn't a bite risk, so that's not why I'm training it, but it's good to have in an emergency. So the two main reasons I'm training it are that Ginsburg does struggle with resource guarding. This is something we're working on with our trainer. I just want her to be able to wear it around new dogs that she doesn't know and trust yet, but also like if there's a stressful situation where there might be food or in an unfamiliar place. I don't want her to feel like she has to resource guard from other dogs, but a muzzle will protect any other dogs if something happens and protect her because it will keep it from escalating into a fight. Many basket muzzles are bite proof. The Baskerville is not completely bite proof, but it's good enough for my needs, and I like it for training, and I can always switch over to another muzzle if I want to. I also really like muzzles because if there's ever an emergency, like she's injured, then I can put the muzzle on when she goes to the vet. Sometimes injured dogs don't really like when they're being poked or prodded, so it can help to have the muzzle just in case they try to lash out and bite. Even a dog that wouldn't normally bite might bite when they're injured, so it's just a safety precaution. I also really like muzzles just to make other people feel comfortable. Some people are really afraid of dogs, and the muzzle can help make them feel more comfortable because they know the dog isn't gonna bite or anything. Even if they know the dog isn't gonna bite like normally, this can just give an added level of comfort. Another reason I really like muzzle training is that my dogs really like to street snack. So if there's like garbage or nasty stuff like chicken wings on the ground, they will find it and eat it. Muzzling on walks is a really good way to keep dogs from getting to those street snacks. Every now and then they can still sneak one through, but it's much more rare, and I found it breaks the concentration they have on searching for street snacks. So they have a more enjoyable walk, and so do I. You're such a good baby. Hi, baby. I do just want to take a second to tell you about today's sponsor. It is PWA Dog Training, Positively Waggin' Academy. Michelle does some really amazing training. She's one of the most talented trainers I've ever worked with. I really have loved working with her. We are working on Ginsburg's resource guarding, and one of the first steps to that is muzzle training to help manage Ginsburg's resource guarding, while we also help teach Ginsburg that she doesn't have to be so stressed around food and other dogs. Michelle does a lot of training virtually, which has been super helpful for us because that way she can see Ginsburg in her natural environment so that she can really provide true, good, customized advice for Ginsburg's particular needs. If you have anything you need to work on with your dog, like resource guarding and muzzle training, or if you just want to take some fun enrichment classes like scent work, Michelle is a great trainer to go to. I just can't say enough good things about her, so I will put all her information in the description and you should totally check her out. Next up, how am I training Ginsburg to wear the muzzle? First of all, I'm going super slowly. I do not want to push her too far and accidentally create a negative association with the muzzle. I want her to think that wearing the muzzle is super fun, or at least to tolerate it. I'm starting with a lot of treats. When she was a puppy, I started with just rewarding her for even interacting with the muzzle. She has never had a negative experience with the muzzle. She really loves food, so lots of treats is very reinforcing for her. Right now, she is up to the stage where she is sticking her nose in the muzzle and I'm rewarding her with treats through the front. We are working on duration, so she is starting to stick her nose in there for longer. Eventually, we will move on to buckling the muzzle behind her head, and she will get treats for wearing it like that. I'll also be giving her peanut butter to encourage duration, because she can lick the peanut butter off the muzzle while she's wearing it. And I found that these techniques worked really well with my last two dogs, so I see no reason to not continue them with Ginsburg. Wearing the muzzle during trick training worked super well for my last dog, Kiki. She loved trick training, and so by wearing the muzzle during trick training, she associated it with that super fun activity, and she eventually started getting really excited when she saw the muzzle because she knew it meant she was getting to train her favorite tricks. Ginsburg also really likes trick training, so that is definitely one thing that's up my sleeve for creating that positive association. I'll probably also have her start wearing it on hikes and walks every now and then, just because she loves those activities, and that will help her generalize it to really have a positive association with the muzzle in multiple contexts. So what do you think? Would you muzzle train your dog? Let me know in the comments.